So today we're going to cover one of the 5 keys. And before we do that, I want to play a quick Grant Cardone video. After this, okay, what we're going to do is after I play this, we're going to talk about it. We're going to connect it to questions we should be asking. And then we're going to get to the next topic. After that, at the end, okay, I'm going to ask for 5 people to make a commitment. Wait for that because I'm going to be the one that's going to actually help the 5 people that made the commitment to get better, to help them every single day for 22 days get better. I'll talk about the rules, what we need to do, and then we're going to get on a daily phone call with 5 people every single day. All right, let's go ahead and get started with ask. Okay, what is ask? Ask and you will receive. So asking opens the door to control. One of the things that we talk about, one of the 5 keys, is to ask questions, ask clarifying questions. And we're going to play a couple videos, 5-minute videos, and then we're going to get into why this is so important and why every single technician, plumber, channel leader, everybody needs to start out their conversation with fact finding. Okay?
In selling, you want to go back to the last sale, a similar sale, an earlier sale. It leaves clues. Look, this will work in any business. I don't care what you sell. Any sales cycle, any product line, go back to a similar earlier purchase, something they can relate to, give you information about. It's going to leave clues as to how and what they will do in the future. Your past doesn't indicate what you're going to do, but I promise you, it's going to give me some clues about how you're going to respond to life. Tell me about the last phone you bought. Who'd you buy it from? What plan did you buy? What did you like about that phone? What didn't you like about the phone? What would you change about the phone? If your new phone could do one thing that your old phone couldn't do, what would it be? See? Tell you what he's going to tell me. Hey, man, I didn't like this. It dropped calls. I had this problem. The pictures were bad. The speaker box was no good. When it was off speaker or you wanted to talk, it wouldn't record. Boom, he tells me exactly how to sell him that next phone. Let's say you're doing equipment leases. Hey, tell me about your current situation. Who'd you buy it from? What plan did you buy? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? What would you change about it? If your new equipment could do one thing, just one thing, that your other one didn't do, what would that one thing be? Look, even when they're not, getting rid of the current situation, okay? Let's say a guy's got a tractor, and he's not getting rid of the tractor, he's adding a tractor, even in this case. Or he's not getting rid of a phone, or he's adding insurance. He's not getting rid of the old insurance, he's adding it. I would still want to ask these questions because they tell me how to sell the tractor, the telephone, and more insurance. If someone were buying a vacation home for me, I'd want to know about where they're living now. I'd want to know about that in order to know how to identify how to build value. What do you find valuable? How do you make sense of, an $800,000 vacation home? Look, I just greeted a customer. I told them I'd get them everything they wanted. I then redirected into the fact finding that we talked about. What phone, insurance, investment, lease program can I get you information on? That was my greeting. What can I get you information on? Whatever you're selling, right? Great, excellent. I'd be happy to do that for you. No problem. I'm your man. Now, what are you using now for a phone service, for insurance, for whatever? How long have you been using it? Did you buy it or lease it? Did you buy it new or did you buy it used? What price was it when you bought it? When you make your next payment, how much is it and when's it due? Why would I want to know that? Because the guy answers the question, tells me he's on a payment plan. How did you get your payment so low? Grant, we're paying $300 a month now for that plan. How'd you get them so low? We're paying $3,300 a month. How'd you get them so low? Grant, we paid $33,330.33. How did you get them so low? You don't want to say, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding. How'd you get them there? I want to know what they did. We put a bunch of money down. We financed it for a short period of time. Let me ask you, what do you want the new purchase to do that your other one didn't accomplish for you? If the next could only do one thing or solve one problem, what would that be? Control with questions. Hey, listen, control with questions. Good questions about earlier or similar purchases. Go back to the scene of the last crime. And remember, always get an answer to your question. Don't move on to another question without an answer, and know that the information you're collecting is going to help you close.
The information you're going to gather is going to help you close. Okay, so I actually came across these videos and it reminded me of our number 1 key of ask. It's so important for us to ask questions and gather information when we're early in the call, okay, that it's not only in our industry, guys. You heard Grant say it, it's in every industry. If you want to raise your average ticket, you need to do fact finding. You need to ask good questions. Okay, the next video is going to talk about good and bad questions because some of us don't know how to ask good questions, so we're asking bad questions. And it's actually making the sale worse than better. But hold on, let me go through this 2 questions before I play the next one. It says, if your new product could do one thing that your current one does not, what would it be? This is a strong example of a fact-finding question that's true. How did you get your payments low? What is the information? What information could this fact-finding question help you learn? How the customer did his last year.
Okay, one of the reasons people quit fact-finding and quit qualifying and quit collecting information on customers is they get their hand, hey, stop asking me that because you're asking bad questions. So I want to give you a list of bad questions. What can you put down? What can you pay? What do you owe? What is your budget? Will you buy today? Will you be trading something in? How's your credit? Where do you work? How long have you been there? What do you make on your job? Is your spouse going to be involved in the decision? Oh my gosh, you're going to kill this guy. Do you rent or own your home? Are you shopping anywhere else? What price did they give you? These questions are negative. What are the negatives of asking these types of qualifying questions? How much down? How much a month? What do you owe? What will you do? Have you been shopping? Look, your buyer's going to lock in. First of all, if you're asking for figures, prices, and payments and terms and what they'll do, they're going to lock down on a figure that's too low. They're going to set a target that's unachievable. The answers are given prematurely before they're even sold on the fact that the product will solve their problems and that they love it. Your buyer's going to minimize any figures they're going to pay because they don't like you yet. There's no relationship. And the salesperson, you, are going to become negatively affected because the answers you receive are going to be so unrealistic. The customer's going to become unrealistic. You're going to lose your mind. They're going to become inflexible because they're going to lock down. It's going to make your closing, your negotiations very difficult. And the other reason you don't want to ask those questions is it makes you sound like everyone else will shop. Okay? Stay away from these bad questions. Stay away from questions that don't get you smart answers. They don't further you down the road to the sale and then actually stop things and cause people to think that you're just like everybody else.
Okay, guys, so what we talk about in TNT, right? What do we go through? First question we ask when we're walking to the problem. Okay, this is the first question we ask as we're walking to the problem. Since you've owned the home, has this happened before? Okay, why are we asking that question as we're walking with the customer to the problem area? Okay, number one, okay, we're figuring out if they're the homeowner or not, right? Is that an important thing to find out? Yes, absolutely. And a bad question is, hey, are you the homeowner? You do not ask, hey, are you the homeowner? Because that's a bad question to ask. Are you the decision maker? Okay, or is your wife the decision maker? Okay, who's going to give me the okay today to do the work? Is it going to be you? Are you the owner? These are all bad questions, like he said. Okay, in our industry, there's certain bad questions to ask, and this is one of them. That's the reason why we ask everybody to ask the question, since you've owned the home, is this the first time this has happened? Because when you ask that question, guys, number one, it tells you if they're the homeowner, if they're not. It doesn't matter if they are or not. If they say, I don't own the house, don't worry about it. This isn't the time for you to turn around and try to get out of there. No, they still have to do the job. They still have a problem. So this is the first question we ask. Let's say the homeowner, okay, says that, yes, it is the first time this has happened, right? So if they say this is the first time it's happened, what is your curiosity next? Okay, my curiosity is, if it's an old house, I want to know how long they've owned the house, because it's possible that they just moved in 4 months ago, and that's why they've never had the problem before. Okay, this could be a reoccurring issue for somebody else, right? So I ask them, how long have you owned the house? Oh, I've owned it for 20 years. Oh, okay, 20 years and it hasn't happened before. That's great. Okay, once you get to the fourth question, okay, you have to, at this point, okay, customer is either getting irritated or wondering why the hell you're asking so many damn questions. And once you get to the fourth question, your response is, the reason I'm asking so many questions is to help us find out the best solution to the problem. The reason I'm asking so many questions is to help us find the best solution to the problem. It's really important that you do this at the fourth question. I'll tell you why. Okay, because once I was at a call and I was doing my fact finding, right? I was turning the number one key, open the first door. And I asked the guy many questions, and I got to the fifth question and he got really irritated because look, and it was a male, it's usually men that get really irritated when this happens, because when you're asking questions, you are in control. And some people are not used to allowing other people to be in control. You understand? So what ends up happening is their male dominant ego kicks in and they get pissed off. And in this particular customer, he got so pissed. He's like, why the F are you asking me so many effing questions, okay, when my toilet is full of shit? And then I had to backtrack and I had to say, the reason I'm asking so many questions is to help us find the best solution to the problem. Okay? Don't make the mistake I made, guys. Once you get to the fourth clarifying question, then the next response that you have is that the reason I'm asking so many questions to help us find the best solution to the problem. This is the number one key, guys. If your attitude is right, you're going to the call and your head is on straight, you want to make money, you want to help the customer, right? Your next thing that you need to do is make sure that you don't screw up the first key. You don't screw up the first key. You know what the number one problem is with some of the channels when I'm talking to them about why the hell aren't you closing? Why aren't you doing so, why are your numbers down? Oh, 80% is the technician. 80% is my team, right? They're screwing up the call before I get there. They're, what you're doing is you're asking the wrong questions. You're making the customer, more hesitant. You're bringing their guards up, okay, by asking the wrong question. And then your channel gets out there and then he has to put it in reverse, back it up, try to fix the call, and then try to sell the call. Right? But if you want to be the guy that hands over the ball, okay, seamlessly to your channel leader, you got to get the first key right. You got to ask 4, 5, maybe 6 or 7 clarifying good questions that are going to help you use those questions later on in the conversation to help close the job. So I want to go ahead and role play this real quick. You're at the door. You thank the client for choosing us. Thank you for calling Rooter Hero. You put your business card out. My name is John. And then you ask them, how can we help you today? How can we help you today? That's your first question you're asking right at the door. My sink is backed up. Okay, we can help you with that. Okay, ask permission to come in. Can we come in and look at that for you? Always ask where you're going on the customer's property. Always ask for permission to go different places on the customer's property. It's the respect factor, guys. Now you're walking to the issue, right? The problem. Since you own the home, is this the first time you've had this issue? Okay, customer says, no, I've had this before. You ask them what the last company did when they were here. How long ago that happened? Oh yeah, I'm curious. What did the last guy do when he was out here? Oh, he went on the roof. Oh no, he did this, he did that. How long ago was that? You want to know all of this information. Oh, okay, was he there? That's what he did? Did it solve your problem? Oh yeah, for the time being. Okay, you want to ask these questions. The reason I'm asking these questions is so we could come up with the best solution for us. So you're asking all of this before you even go out there and get any of your props to bring and camp out. You're asking all these questions. What am I doing? Okay, what do I train my techs to do when I was out channeling? You ask these questions when you come get the props from your truck. I want you to either call me or text me the answers to all these questions. Now you're texting your channel. I'm out of call. They've owned the house for 5 years. They've had this problem happen twice before. The last guy that came out cabled it through a clean out in the back of the sink. And the last guy that last company that came out was XYZ company. And this is what they did. The reason why the customer called us and not the other company is because they were not happy about the dirt they left in their house. Now, if they've called another company and we're out here now, I want to know why. Oh, I'm curious. Why didn't you call the other guys before? Oh, because the guy did this, and that, and I wasn't happy. Does that give you a clue now for something not to do? Absolutely. Gives me information on what is important to this customer. So the last guy came out there, didn't wear shoe covers, and dragged mud across the client's house. They charge him $320 to cable the sink, blah, 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 whatever it is. I'm sending this information. I'm going to probably need you out here. Where are you? Okay, this is what I'm asking my channel. Are you going to be able to come out? I'm probably going to need you out here. Are you going to be able to come out? You're setting the stage and you're communicating with your channel back and forth as you're asking, as you're turning the first key. Now, you got 4 other keys to turn, 3 other keys to turn before the channel gets out there, right? Before your channel leader gets out there. So you got to get good at turning the other keys as well and spending the time that you have to on the call. This first key that we're talking about as you go out to your truck and as you come out and you set up your props, the asking questions, going to your truck, texting your channel, coming back to the client's house and setting up your props, all of this should be taking you at least 10 minutes to do. 15 is preferable. Now, you haven't even put a cable in the drain, guys. There's not even a cable in the drain yet. Or you haven't even started fixing the problem. So it's really important. Like you heard Grant right now, he's like, the most important thing, and this is in the beginning of his videos, right, was asking the right question. I mean, I listened to 60 videos about attitude, getting your head straight, about being being on commission and doing all of this before we even got to this, right? Before we even got to the point where we got to ask the right questions, because attitude is so important. So that's what you got to check first. You got to check the attitude before you leave the house. Is your head on straight? Are you out there to make money? What's going on? I want to talk about something that's really important right now. I want to talk about our conversion rates. If you guys were at the all-team meeting, you would have heard me mention how important the conversion rates are. And I want to tell you guys why the conversion rates are so important to us. We're giving your managers and your channel leaders a hard time about your conversion rate right now, because we got some of you guys that are on the phone, hopefully not the group that's on the phone now, it's the group that hasn't shown up because there's a lot of people that are not even on the call, have really, really poor conversion rates. Poor conversion rates. I'm talking about 30%, 40%, 50%, even 60% to me is unacceptable. I'm talking about you got to be at 75, 80, 85 or more to be acceptable, to have acceptable conversion rates. Now, the reason why the conversion rates are so important. Number one, the client that does not spend money with us will never call us again because we've already burned our bridges with that customer. That's it. Boom, it's over. They're not going to call us again. You know, our only chance of them calling us again is if they forgot who the hell they were before 2 years ago, okay, and they ended up calling us again by mistake. So our job, our goal is to retain customers. As a company, to retain customers. Why do we want to retain customers? Because repeat customers spend more money with us. People that have reoccurring issues end up sometimes fixing the problem. And we're looking for those reoccurring issues because when we go out there and it's happened once, twice, 3 times, and they're already ready to now spend money, right? Now they're ready. Sometimes they're not in the mood or they're not ready to spend the money, but eventually they will be. That's why the conversion rates are so important to the number 2. We pay for that customer. At times we pay $300 to get a new customer. $300, 3 Ben Franklins. You got any Ben Franklins in your pocket? Pull it out. 3 of those to get 1 call for you to go out to run a $77 drain cleaning, right? $300. We want to retain that customer. The reason why we're willing to pay $300 to get that customer is because we're hoping that customer will call us back over and over again, and eventually, you know, we'll end up not having to pay $300 for that customer because the second call now reduced the amount that we paid. Third call reduced it even more. The fourth call reduced it even more. Now that repeat customer, we're not paying for anymore. We've already paid 1 for that repeat customer. So it's important for us to take care of them because if we don't, then we're not going to get that repeat customer again. Number 3, if we do not fix the problem, somebody else is going to fix the problem. The customer is not going to live with the problem. They're going to get it fixed either by us, okay, either by Superman or Batman, right? Somebody's going to come in and take care of that issue for that customer. Somebody is going to do that. So might as well be us, right? Number 4, it hurts the company job average. It hurts the company job average. If we have a bunch of zeros, it hurts our company-wide average ticket. And number 5, it looks bad on you as a plumber technician. You got 40% conversion rates. I'll guarantee you guys, either that number is going to change or you're probably not going to be with us going into the future for much longer, okay? And any company you go to, if they don't care about it right now, they'll eventually care about it because that conversion rate hurts the bottom line. And no company could stay in business too long, really bad conversion rate. So I want to pull out our company-wide conversion rate right now, and I want you guys to see what that is because this is where we're at and this is where we need to be. Last time I looked, I think our company-wide conversion rates were in the low 70s or the high 60s. I'll just pull it out for last month, and then I'm going to tell you guys, or the last 2 months, and I'm going to tell you guys where you are as a division. Okay, last 2 months, company-wide, we're at 65%. Okay, I was wrong. I thought it was better than that. Here we are, Orange County. Okay, guys from Orange, or if you're on the phone, 63% conversion rate. Bay Area South, we're at 76% conversion rate. 76. They're doing the highest conversion rate and have a very high average ticket. Okay, LA East, 61% conversion rate. Lakewood, 61%. LA South Bay, 61% conversion rate. San Diego, 55% conversion rate as a group, as a company. Phoenix, 61.5% conversion rate. Bay Area North, 77% conversion rate. Sacramento, 67% conversion. San Fernando, LA North, Okay, 56% conversion rate. LA North and Ventura, guys, 56% conversion rate. How the heck do we get a 56% company-wide conversion rate? I mean, I'll tell you how. Because the guys going out there are not turning the 5 keys. They're either not on this call. They don't care about, the company's ability to retain a customer. We paid $300. You guys could care less about that. You're only thinking about, within the first 3 minutes, is there money here or there isn't? I'm out of here. Or worse than that, okay, you're either, look, there's a few reasons why the conversion rate's low for a tech, okay? I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm going to be 100% transparent about it. Number one, you don't care. Number two, you're looking for a big job, and if you don't see it within the first 30 seconds, you're out of there. You're not even willing to run your cable. Or number three, you're stealing from the company. It's one of those three, guys. One of those three that are creating the low conversion rate. And with any of those three, we can't have it. So it's really important for you guys to think about what you're doing out there. And if any of those three are applying to you, you can turn that around. Okay, you could turn that around. So enough drilling on the conversion rate, guys. I know it's an important number. We need to get it up. We need to be at the mid-80s company-wide. Okay, mid-80s company-wide. And our cancellation rate, guys, are 17.4%. So let me tell you another thing some of us are doing, and I want you to know that we've been doing this long enough. We know some of the tricks of the trade, right? Cancel the call. Why? Because you walked in there, left them a $4,000 estimate. Customer said, no, you don't want to get a bad conversion rate, so you're just going to ask dispatch to cancel that call. We're not doing that, guys. I've seen that happen many times, and we're not going to raise our cancellation rate we're not going to raise our cancellation rate higher, okay, and sacrifice just so we can show a fake number and show our conversion rate is doing better. Okay, that's not happening over here. So do not cancel a call when you get out there and you've already given the customer a price. Go in there and start working. Turn the 5 keys. All right, guys, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask for a few people, maybe 5 or 6 people, that'll join me on a daily coaching session. Every single morning, a daily coaching session. Now, I got a lot of things to do, guys, and I'm doing this because I want to help some of you that are struggling. Here are the rules for the guys that I'm going to be taking on this 22-day coaching session. Number 1, high level of commitment to get better to yourself. And number 2, to your family, high level of commitment for you to make more money, take care of your family. And number 3, a high level of commitment to this brand, to this company. Okay, and number 4, a high level of commitment to our customers, the people we're going to be serving out there. That's the number 1 rule. If you want to join this and you have a low commitment level, don't even bother. I only want guys that have high work ethic, meaning I don't want the lazy ones to come in. If you're lazy and you don't want to work, don't worry about even applying. Don't even worry about calling in or going, hey, John, I want to be one of the 5. Okay, because I'm going to ask you to do more than you've done in the past to get your numbers up. I'm going to ask for a high level of work ethic. No lazy people. High level of work ethic. If you have any big issues going on, like family issues with substance abuse, like, you smoke pot or do stuff like that, I don't want you in that class. I don't want anybody that is not taking care of themselves or may risk the chance of oversleeping to make the meeting or whatever to actually join this group. I can't have that, guys. There can't be anything restricting you, like sleepless nights because you've got issues at home or you're out drinking because there's issues going on. None of that. If there's any of that going, don't even bother. Let's get that fixed first because that is the core issue. You got to fix that first before start working on yourself and getting better. Number 4, I need to get a green light from your channel and your operations leader, from both channel and ops leader. Need to give me a green light. So if you think that, you're going to go around their blessing, you're not going to do that. And there will be rules of how we conduct ourselves when we're in that meeting as well. These are the 4 to get in. And then once you get in, there's going to be rules that are going to be set because this isn't set up for you guys to come in and complain. I don't have any room for negativity. Once you get in, there's no room for negativity. You got to come in with a positive attitude. You got to be willing to help yourself. My goal within 22 days is to take your numbers, okay, whatever you're doing, and if let's say you're doing 20,000 a month, I think you can grow it to 40, 50, 60,000 as an average. My goal would be to get you on track to get your numbers to 60 grand or more. If you're already at 100, 120, 130,000, and you want to join the group, I'm probably going to talk about a lot of stuff that you already know you're doing. If we can see a 15% improvement, 10% improvement, then better. Because 10%, 20% on high numbers like that is a huge, huge upside. So I don't want any complaints, is we only have 30 minutes a day, and you have to be committed to showing up, and I'm going to sign you up to a Grant Cardone University videos. We're going to watch 2 videos from Grant Cardone, and then we have 2 videos that is the Hero Way. It talks about the 5 keys. It talks about our image, our attitude, everything. I'm going to ask you to watch 2 videos from that video group and 2 videos from Cardone University. And in that 30 minutes, that we're going to get on the phone, 6 of us, we're going to talk about how to get your numbers up. We're going to talk about those videos, what you learned about that, what you're going to do today. And then I'm going to follow up. I'm going to continue to follow up with your ops leader and your channel leader if you're actually applying stuff we're talking about, because that's the quickest way to get out. If you're coming in just to look good, I'm not looking for people to come in just to look good. You got to act on what we're talking about. So I'm taking time to invest in these 5 people, because this, to me, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to measure the numbers and see if these 5 people are going to improve. And if I see that these 5 people, which I'm going to put my 100%, 150% into, if I see these numbers are going to improve, these guys are going to get better, our customer experience is going to get better, everything's going to get better, then I'm going to use those meeting sessions to go back to the channels, teach them on how to continue to do this with their team every single day, because I want the channels to get better, I want our team to get better, I want everybody to get. So I'm actually doing the pilot myself. I'm doing it myself because I want them to do it as well. And some of them are doing it. Some of your channels are doing it. Maybe not as structured as this, but some of them are doing it. So this is my goal. I'm going to get 5 people at this point. If you're on the call, you're interested, just send me a quick text message. I'm taking names down, and I'm going to do some research, guys. Like I said, I'm going to go back and look at these numbers, and I'm going to talk to your channel. I'm going to figure all of this out. If you're lazy, don't come in. If you're not committed, don't come in. Reviews. We need reviews, guys. 5-star reviews. Company-wide, we've lifted from 4.2 stars to 4.3 stars. All in company-wide star average. That's Google, that's Yelp, that's, Glassdoor, that's all of the major, review sites. That's Facebook, all of the major review sites, right? Company-wide numbers in, we're at 4.3 stars as an average. That is pretty damn good, all right, as a company. I'm telling you, we're not there yet, but it's pretty good. That number needs to get to 4.8 stars in a very short period of time. So what we've done is we put together a team called the HCOP team, and this is Happy Client, or John renamed it. It's the Happy Client Ownership Program. What their number one goal is to remove the 1-star reviews. So anytime we get a 1-star review, they're all over it. They're all over it. They're calling them, they're emailing them. If just absent from driving up to their house, we're doing everything. And we might even have to drive up and knock on their door if that's what has to be done. But they're doing everything they can to remove the 1-star. Please do not get us 1-star reviews. The last bad review we got, the tech didn't have a business card, guys. And I'm on the radio, I'm telling everybody that my personal cell phone number is behind every business card. I'm telling millions of people that my personal cell phone number is behind every business card. And we're showing up to homes without a business card. I mean, that's the number one way for customers to go, hey, these guys aren't doing what they said they're going to do. Make sure you have business cards. And if your operations leader can't get you business cards, send John B a text message, okay? Let your ops leader's manager know that they're not getting you the business card. They'll get you the business cards. So the last 1-star review we got was as simple as that. Don't mess up, guys. Just go out there, get the 5-star, add the 5-star reviews. Don't get the 1-stars. That's the way we're going to get to 4.8. Send me 30-second videos. I need 30-second videos on customer testimonials. We're blogging like crazy on the internet, so we need these 30-second customer testimonials. So please get me the customer testimonials as well. So those are really important things to get, guys. So please help get those. May the roads rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine soft upon your face, and may the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of his hand. Thank you, guys. Appreciate everything you're doing out there. Have a great day.